So today I want to go over some Afro-Colombian authors. So I have a lot of books written in English covering Afro-Colombia. Many of those books are not written by Afro-Colombians. Many of the times not even written by African descendants. You know, a lot of them can have a lot of good information in them, and we appreciate some of the work that was done, by people like Nina Esther Friedman. But today we got some black authors, and I want to give them the spotlight. Most of these books are written in Spanish, of course, because that's the language imposed on us in Colombia. But that's the language you want to read these books in because you're going to get closest to the culture that way. So the first one off here is actually written or translated to English. Originally written in Spanish, translated to English by our famous author Manuel Zapata Olivella. This book is called Chambacu, Black Slum, translated by Jonathan Titler. So Manuel Zapata Olivella, he was born in Lorica, which is on the Caribbean coast. And again, he's one of our most famous Afro-Colombian authors. I've talked about other books he's written before, like Shango. Definitely a book you want to go check out. This book right here is dealing with one of our Pacific coastal music pioneers, Petronio Alvarez. So today, every year in the city of Cali, they do an annual Afro-Pacific coastal music festival called El Petronio Alvarez, named after this brother right here. This book is called Vida y Obra de un Compositor, El Maquinista Trovador. And this is written by his daughter. Her name is Juana Francisca Alvarez Arboleda, carrying on the legacy of her father. Sube la Marea. It's another book about the Pacific Coast. Educación propia y autonomía en los territorios negros del Pacífico. Proper education and autonomy in the black communities of the Pacific Coast. Written by Jorge Enrique Garcia Rincon. And he's also from the Pacific Coast. Tell you exactly. Tumaqueño. He's from Tumaco, Nariño. That's the region my ancestry comes from in the Pacific Coast on the south side, near the border of Ecuador. Todos somos culpables. It's a poetry book, Poemas y Cantos. Elcina Valencia Córdoba. Written by a sister, Elcina Valencia Córdoba, and she's from Puerto Marizalde, Valle del Cauca, which is southwest Colombia again. Next, we have another book covering the Pacific Coast, this time written by a Guapireño. Guapireño is what we refer to as the people from Guapi Cauca. They are referred to as Guapireños. And his name is Pedro Hernando González Sevillano. The book is Marginalidad y Exclusión en el Pacífico Colombiano, una visión histórica. So this is dealing with marginalization and exclusion on the Colombian Pacific Coast and a historical vision covering the history, written by a Guapireño, brother from Guapi Cauca, black community in southwest Colombia. We have this book here called Planeación y Desarrollo en las Comunidades Afrocolombianas, written by Luis Guillermo Ramos de. This brother right here is from Villarrica, Cauca. Villarrica, Cauca is another black community in the Andean region. It's not on the Pacific Coast itself. It's about an hour to 2 hours outside of the city of Cali in the North Cauca region, which I refer to as an Afro-Andean region. So Colombia has various black regions, black communities, the black Pacific coastal communities, the black Caribbean coastal communities. We have black Andean communities, and we have black Caribbean island communities. So that's an overview of various Afro-Colombian authors, with 3 of those regions covering the Caribbean coast, the Pacific coast, and the Afro-Andean region. All right, I may do another one with books written in English covering Afro-Colombia, but unfortunately, none of them seem to be written by any Afro-Colombians.